What if the secret to calmer, smoother, younger-looking skin after 45 wasn't a cream, an injection, or a new anti-aging gadget, but a ritual practiced quietly for generations on a small Greek island, where women regularly live healthy, radiant lives into their 90s? On the island of Ikaria, there is no word for anti-aging. Women don't fear aging, they age into softness, strength, glow, and ease. And what's even more fascinating, their skin ages slower than what we see in most Western countries. Modern research is finally confirming what these women have known intuitively for centuries. A 2020 study published in Nutrients found that a Mediterranean-style lifestyle rich in polyphenols, healthy fats, movement, natural light, and low stress can significantly slow skin aging, reduce inflammation, and protect collagen at midlife. And Ikaria is the beating heart of this paradigm. So how do Ikarian women protect their skin through menopause, a time when collagen can drop by more than 30% in the first 5 years, according to the Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology? And why do they seem to glide through this transition, while so many women elsewhere feel like their skin is changing overnight? Stay with me, because once you understand this ritual and why it works so well during menopause, you'll never talk about aging the same way again. Before we travel to Ikaria, we need to understand what's happening beneath the surface. When estrogen begins to fall, your skin changes more dramatically than almost any other organ in your body. It's not subtle, and it's not vanity, it's physiology. As estrogen drops, the collagen layer that once kept your skin firm and bouncy begins to thin. The outer barrier becomes more fragile. Hydration fades more quickly. The skin doesn't repair itself overnight like it used to. Inflammation signals rise, and the circulation that once nourished your face with oxygen and nutrients begins to slow. Dermatology research is clear on this. Within the first 5 years after menopause, the skin can lose up to a third of its collagen and almost half of its natural elasticity. That is why so many women wake up one day and feel like their face has changed more in a year than in the previous decade. But here's the important part. None of these changes mean something is wrong with you. They mean your body is recalibrating, shifting into a new hormonal era, and asking for a different type of care. And this is where the women of Ikaria do something quietly brilliant. Ikaria is known as one of the world's 5 blue zones, places where people live longer, healthier, lives with remarkably low rates of chronic illness. But what often goes unnoticed is how these women age aesthetically, slowly, gracefully, naturally, without the obsession with anti-aging that dominates modern culture. Their secret is not one thing. It's a pattern stitched into their daily lives. They live close to the land. They rise with natural light and sleep deeply. They eat foods that nourish their skin from within. They move in ways that improve circulation and lymphatic flow. They stay connected to people, to community, to purpose. And they practice a centuries-old ritual that dermatologists now recognize as one of the most powerful protectors of midlife skin. This ritual is simple enough to do at home. It costs almost nothing, and it matches your biology in menopause with astonishing precision. Let's explore it. The secret is not what they put on their skin, but what they ask their skin to do. Every evening, as the sun softens and the day becomes quiet, Ikarian women engage in a slow, intentional ritual known locally as therapeutico-homolokinesi, therapeutic slow movement. It is a blend of gentle facial massage, breathwork, olive oil nourishment, heat stimulation, and circulation-boosting strokes that work with, not against, the hormonal landscape of midlife. Let's step inside this ritual as if you were standing in a quiet stone courtyard on a warm Ikarian evening. An older woman begins by warming her hands, not rushing, simply preparing. She dips her fingertips into a small dish of olive oil rich in squalene, antioxidants, and vitamin E, the very same nutrients that cosmetic science now uses in high-end serums. She presses her warm palms against her face, allowing heat, oil, and touch to signal safety to her nervous system. Her breath slows, her shoulders drop, Her jaw softens. And with each slow stroke, she activates the underlying tissues that menopause often leaves understimulated. This is not skincare. This is communication. Modern research reveals why this is so powerful. A 2021 study in Skin Pharmacology and Physiology found that topical application of olive oil compounds can reduce inflammation, preserve skin barrier function, and support collagen integrity in aging skin. And this type of slow manual stimulation boosts microcirculation, something estrogen used to do automatically. Without intentional movement, blood flow diminishes, healing slows, and skin can appear dull or sagging. In Ikaria, they correct this naturally, daily, and beautifully. You don't need more products. Your skin needs more circulation, more oxygen, and more safety signals. There are 3 things happening in this ritual that dermatology and neuroscience are finally beginning to understand. First, the gentle heat and touch stimulate microcirculation in the face. This brings oxygen and nutrients to the cells and encourages collagen-producing fibroblasts to wake up. It is essentially a natural replacement for what declining estrogen used to provide. Second, the slow, rhythmic motions activate the vagus nerve, lowering stress hormones. Why does that matter for skin? Because cortisol breaks down collagen faster than almost anything else. A 2023 study in Frontiers in Aging confirmed that chronic stress accelerates visible skin aging, something Ikarian women intuitively protect themselves from. Third, olive oil creates a protective, hydrating environment for the skin barrier, which is more fragile after 45. Its fatty acid profile mirrors the lipids your skin naturally loses in menopause. So while Western routines often focus on fixing skin, Ikarian women focus on reminding skin how to function again. The ritual works because it replaces the 3 things menopause takes away: circulation, moisture, and calm. This part is stunning. A 2020 cross-sectional analysis of Mediterranean blue zone populations found that women eating a polyphenol-rich diet, similar to Ikarian cuisine, showed significantly lower levels of oxidative skin damage and slower wrinkle formation. Another study published in the International Journal of Dermatology showed that daily facial massage improved elasticity and thickness of the dermal layer within 8 weeks, precisely the areas thinning during menopause. And a 2019 randomized trial found that olive oil consumption improved hydration and reduced signs of aging compared to other dietary fats. Every piece of scientific evidence we have aligns with what the women of Ikaria have been doing intuitively for generations. Western science is finally catching up to Ikarian intuition. Let me walk you through this as if we're doing it together. You begin at the end of the day, when your nervous system is ready for softness. Warm a small amount of good quality olive oil between your palms. Let your breath slow. Place both hands on your cheeks and feel the heat spread. With slow motions, glide your hands upward along the jawline, encouraging lymphatic drainage, smoothing tension, signaling safety. Then move to gentle circles around the temples, helping the stress of the day melt from your face. Slide your fingers along the brow bone. This area holds more emotional tension than most people realize. Move down the sides of your nose, releasing the tissues that often become inflamed during hormonal shifts. Then work downward, guiding fluid toward the neck and chest, letting everything flow freely again. The entire ritual can take 5 minutes or 20. The magic is not in the length, it's in the rhythm. Do this 4 to 6 evenings per week and you create the same environment Ikarian women have cultivated for generations. Warm, nourished, oxygenated skin with a calm, steady nervous system. Aging slows when your skin remembers how to breathe. Midlife is not a decline, it's a turning, a changing of the hormonal tide. And your skin feels that change deeply. Collagen declines, circulation slows, hydration fades, stress leaves deeper marks. Healing takes just a little longer than it used to, but none of that means beauty is slipping away. In Ikaria, women don't talk about looking younger. They talk about staying alive inside their faces, keeping softness, strength, and vitality. And that is exactly what this ritual gives you. Your skin isn't asking for youth, it's asking for nourishment, warmth, and rhythm. The greatest beauty secret of Ikaria is not olive oil or facial massage or polyphenols. It is unhurried living. When you slow down long enough to touch your face with intention, you tell your nervous system, you are safe. And safe bodies heal better. Safe bodies glow. Safe bodies age slowly. This ritual is not about escaping aging. It is about aging the way Ikarian women do, with presence, warmth, and a glow that comes from the inside out. If this ritual stirred something inside you, if it made you feel calmer, softer, or more hopeful, honor that feeling. It's your body remembering what balance feels like. And if you want more of these science-backed rituals, more stories like this, and more ways to move through menopause with clarity and confidence, join us here at the Midlife Balance Institute. Tap like if this gave you a moment of peace. Tap subscribe if you're ready to turn midlife into your most grounded and powerful chapter yet. Aging is not something that happens to you, it's something you grow into. And you don't have to grow into it alone.